Remind us of the words of Dr. Martin Luther King. The truest measure of the person is not where you stand in times of comfort and convenience, but where do you stand in times of great challenge and controversy? Where do you stand when children in Gaza are being killed by the thousands? Where do you stand when the infrastructure of Gaza is being destroyed? Schools, hospitals, homes. Where do you stand? I cannot in good conscience stand with Mr. Netanyahu. I will not be in this facility today when he speaks. I will not, if it's a standalone bill, vote to send another dime to Mr. Netanyahu's administration. It's not just Hamas that he wants to destroy. He is destroying Gaza, and he would, if he could, take all of Palestine. I cannot in good conscience stand in this house today and say that I will attend.
Gentleman's time has
yield
expired.
back the balance of my time. I support saying to the world that you don't think what's happening in terms of the killing of the babies in Gaza to be something that is acceptable. Now that's my language. We in this country understand that the country was founded to a certain extent on protest. The Pilgrims were protesting, and they came to this country, brought their movement with them. When the farmers came to Washington, D.C. with their tractors protesting, it was perfectly legitimate protest, acceptable. And I would ask the news medium, all of those various outlets that cover these protests, cover some of the protests that are positive. Present them. We had in Houston, Texas, an event to have a candlelight, if you will, a candlelight ceremony to memorialize the lives of persons who lost their lives in Gaza. And we had a packed house. We had some debate, and there was no coverage. No coverage. Now, I have seen multiple protests concerning what happened on October 7th, and that merits being protested. And when that is protested, I have seen it covered. Positive news coverage. Well, there are two sides to this when you get to the things that have happened since October 7th and all that has happened in Gaza with the destruction of schools, the destruction of hospitals, of roads, of bridges, of homes. With all of this destruction, it is not unreasonable for some people to conclude that this ought to be something worthy of protestation. So when this occurs, I challenge the news media to cover it too.